TVB!
We're back.
Dude.
We're back.
Dude, welcome to That's Awesome, friends. Let's just say it.
Hey. Hey, we're back to it. That's awesome.
Well, you know what?
doing?
It's the truth is we have been off of a schedule, and the reality is just because there's no one being like, do this every week.
I know, totally. Yeah.
And
it's summer and things are going on. We're busy. I'm at the pool tanning. I don't know what you're doing because you're not tanning, apparently. But you're probably going to have better skin later in life. Don't worry.
Well, here's the thing. I've never really paid attention to this before, but like, I guess it's probably just because the Apple weather app shows you like the UV level.
Yes. Jack got me on the UV level.
What is it?
My
like
son.
all of a sudden people are talking. People are talking about this.
People are talking. I know.
What's the deal with the UV? Like,
totally. And this weekend was super high too. Like for us down here in Orange County, it was like, it was, 11 is extreme and it was like 10.4.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh boy.
So, when you see like the arc of it and you're like, oh wait, at 4 or 5 PM, it's down to 5 and below. And then by 6, it's over.
Yeah. By 6, it's 1 or 2. You know what I
Right.
mean? And you can be out there and it's great. You're not getting any sun damage.
Right. You don't have to wear sunscreen really.
No,
like
you don't really have to. No.
Right.
So the sunscreen thing is interesting. Okay.
Okay.
So let's just get into this for 1 second because
Okay.
people like to think that I don't use sunscreen, and I do.
Sure.
I just, it takes me a while to go from red to brown. And
sure.
And I've made the turn. It takes a couple months.
I see you coming around the bend there. You made
congratulations.
The turn. Yep. To you.
But there's in regular sunscreen, there's hormone disruptors.
Oh, sure. Like
if you look the Avo, Octo, whatever you look at normal ones, if there's Avo, Octo, and there's another one that are hormone disruptors for kids. Especially,
oh, sure. Yeah.
Right. Because we're lathering them up. Right. So the only one that doesn't have those is that zinc oxide spray, there's a white spray.
Oh, which the kids hate.
Which they hate. And I hate because I'm red and it turns me purple.
Oh, sure.
And it's hard to get off.
It is.
So I was trying to go, oh man, I should just use this, the safe sunblock.
Totally.
Because it's hard to find, right?
Yeah.
But do your research, on the other ingredients in there. But I'm still like, I had it on yesterday. And I still see it. Like I was shaving. I go, why is my neck so white?
The last thing I need is something to make me whiter.
I know. I don't even know what color you would be if you put that on.
I mean, I would be like, I would be translucent, I think. That's is what amazing. It would be.
So, but I do wear sunblock, but I do pay attention to the UV now because if it's a, 2 or 3, then you could be okay.
Right.
Toward the end of the day or in the morning.
Well, and it gives you just kind of an idea of like, how much, because if you're not thinking about it, you're like, oh, it'd be nice to, lay out there be in direct sun for however long, because I'd love to just kind of, get a little glow and feel healthy. Sure. But if it's at 10.5 or 11, great. That like wait till greatest. Do you know what I mean? But like if it's 100%. If it's 5, okay, maybe I can. I don't know. So it's nice to, and
it's nice to be aware of it for sure.
Yeah, and so the last couple days, so our kids have had. Our whole July has been scheduled. So our summer is basically over. Kira's already back at school at the high school, taking meetings and getting prep work. Yeah, we're done. We're done.
You're done. Wow.
Kids go back. Crazy. Kids go
August
back.
3rd and summer's over for you.
Nuts, right? Kids go back a week after next. Next week they're at aquatic camp, which my oldest is not thrilled about because it's like boating and like water safety, and it's at this lake that has a lot of runoff, so it's a lot.
That's so East Coast, buddy.
Yeah, but it's a pretty cold lake because it's all like snow run up, Yeah. And it's like
how long is this camp? A week?
8 to 3 every day for a week.
Oh boy, that's not too bad.
But it's pretty significant. Like
good. That's good though.
Yeah. Speaking of getting tan, anyway. But so anyway, but we like July was so scheduled because the kids were doing a theater production, and then we were out of town, and my wife was directing, and so this like these last couple days before they start this aquatic camp is like our whole summer. So we're trying to really sup it up and go to the pool, and think I'm taking the kids golfing today, and it's like
sweet,
just trying to do it all. Let's do it all.
Get it
right
done.
now. Right now.
All of it. Yes.
Yeah. So, but we were on tour last week. It was so much fun.
Wow. Yes, man. It was great to get back on the road. It was really exciting. You know, to do a show again after not doing it for 1 year was pretty interesting.
But like the fact that we didn't have any crazy bungles. We didn't.
No bungles. No bungles.
Bungle free.
The Bungle Free Tour starring. But yeah, it was so cool, man. It was great getting in a little early, taking care of ourselves, getting up, working out, getting some sleep. We had a few good road trips, a few good drives, which we love so much.
Man.
It's great that 3 people love to drive so much, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, some people would be like, "Oh man, we got."
I know, right?
We're like, "How long is it?"
Yeah, anything over 6, we're like, "Oh, I don't know."
Right.
But 2 to 5, we're like, "Oh, that's nothing."
Right. Like it's nice. Nothing. Yeah, you're right. You're right. If it's past 5 in the day, then you just feel like, "Oh, I'm sitting too much." I'm just. But if it's 2 to 3, and you can and there's a decent stop in there in the middle, and you can get some nice coffee and then like see some sights. Oh man,
it was cool. So where did we stop? Where we got some coffee and that was the big murals were on the wall. Where was
Cedar Rapids?
Cedar Rapids. Yeah, that was cool. That was a cool little town right outside of Cedar Rapids.
It was a little section, right across the river.
Yeah. So that was cool, man. It was fun.
We saw some new sights. I mean, we didn't really get to see Des Moines. I mean, we had stopped. We
were only in Des Moines for
a hot second,
5 hours, 6 hours, maybe. We
had driven through there last year and had stayed overnight there, but then we didn't really explore when we were there. And then this time, the club was not in Des Moines proper; it was in a suburb. And then we continued to drive after the show because we had a long drive the next day to Milwaukee. So apologies to the city of Des Moines. We still don't have a sense for you.
No, Carson Boatman, right? Days.
Oh yeah,
because he's from there.
Oh, he is.
He texted him. He's like, "Hey, dude, have fun in my town." I go, "We're only here 6 hours."
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah. Well, next time we go, we'll have to get a list of things to do from Mr. Boatman.
Sure. So first, thanks to everybody who came out.
Yes.
What a crowd in every town. I mean, it was just way above our expectations. So thank you so much. It was so fun. So we did Omaha first, which we've done before, but that was amazing.
Yes.
And then we did Des Moines and then Wisconsin.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee. Yeah.
Well, which is in Wisconsin, but I just wanted to be specific.
Yeah, please. Yeah. And that was awesome. That was an awesome club.
Yeah.
Club, it was an improv, and it was, similar to a few improvs that we've gone to, but it was really just set up. Did you post that video yet that I made?
Oh, I'm not sure I did. I think I've saved it for I've saved it for Patreon. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think you should post it on our reels.
Oh, that's a good idea too.
And Facebook, because it was just perfectly set up for us.
Yes.
Right. Because a lot of times these clubs, people go in and they're older, older strip malls or whatever, older malls, and they kind of have to
fit into the puzzle piece of that.
Of that, and a lot of times it's cool because we get to see different venues and, work with different areas. But this one was just set up like I walk right out the dressing room door, up 4 steps, and you're on stage. It was amazing.
So this is this might sound unusual to folks, but one of the big deals for us, especially since we're a multiple person operation, it's me, Steve, and Jeremy, and our audience, we kind of want to, the first time we want to see you is when we get on stage, right? Like some comedians that are a part of a lineup that are openers, that are mids, like maybe the headliner would prefer not to, but it's a different
bar, and they're out in the public. They don't care.
It's a different thing for us. We really want to save that moment till we get on stage. So if there's not a bathroom in our green room, that's really challenging. And so a lot of these older clubs,
because we're there for 4 or 5 hours. We're there 2 hours early.
Yes, we get there in at least an hour before they open the doors, sometimes longer, because we have a sound check, we have stuff to do. we can't just roll in 10 minutes before showtime. We can't.
Grab a mic. Yeah.
Right.
Can't do it.
So we sometimes are kind of marooned in our green room for a couple hours before showtime. And if there's no bathroom in there, and the only way to get to the bathroom is to go out into the lobby through the people that are lined up to go into the showroom and use the same bathroom as everybody else, that's not really ideal for us.
Yeah, just because you're trying not to, I don't want to say ruin the surprise.
Right.
But you know what I mean? But there is a build up to what we want to do, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, it would be pointless for us to go out and, take pictures and shake hands before the show, because that's part of the show, is like, oh yeah, here they come. This is great.
Right.
So yeah. And where was it? Des Moines, that you could go to the restaurant next door, which was fine.
Yeah. There was a nice,
it was great. That actually worked out really well.
There was a nice Irish pub with no one working there. Just two guys at the bar and no one working there.
I'm walking.
Did you see that too?
Yeah. I go, hey guys, how you doing? They're like, good. How are you? And that was it. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah, but it was beautiful. Anyway, yeah. So, but anyway, so I will post the video so you guys can see. But yeah, Milwaukee, it was like a full stage, like a theater stage, like a proscenium stage with wings, and then you could walk off stage down some stairs, and there was the green room there with a nice sized green room, bathroom in there. Yeah, awesome. Really great mirrors, because in a theater like that, maybe you will put on, so you don't look too gaunt on stage, put on something. So nice to
it was nice to finish there for sure.
Oh yeah. And really good food there.
Great food.
Yeah.
It was great. It was hot.
The food was
hot. The whole week was hot.
Oh, in the air, the outside.
The weather was hot. Yeah.
Yeah. We're used to living in California. We're used to some heat. There was some heat. There was some heat in the Midwest.
Yeah. You guys brought the heat
in the Great Plains.
You guys brought the heat,
and it was moist. It was humid.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. That's so, so that was a really great kind of, we kind of took a chance with that. We didn't know what we were getting into. New markets, having not done the show in a while.
Yeah, and we're trying to see, and we should look at this. I mean, we're getting ready here to probably release the holiday dates pretty soon.
Yeah. Yes.
So we should look at maybe returning to Milwaukee and maybe Chicago in a weekend.
Yeah.
Because Chicago's only an hour and a half. You can go Milwaukee, Batavia, and be done.
Yeah.
So if we have time.
Time
is always the
time
factor.
is the tough part. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to figure that out. But
that's right.
Thanks again for coming out. It was awesome.
That's right. If this all sounds interesting to you, it would be kind of fun to see them in person. I like holiday shows. It's
fun, dude.
I like comedy. I like these guys. Get on our email list, stonecoldandthejackal.com. Click get on our list, newsletter. And we'll, as soon as those holiday dates are announced, we'll let you know. You'll be one of the first to know, because those tickets tend to go fast.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the next thing for us. This is going to be a cool rest of the year for us. We're going to have lots of stuff to talk about, and we're excited that you guys listen to us.
Yeah.
And
we appreciate it too.
Get ready for this to be a little more regular.
Yes.
And guests again.
Yeah.
All that. And I think you guys are going to like what's coming. I think.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. So thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, buddy.
We appreciate you guys as always. And we'll be talking to you real soon.
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out our tour dates at stonecoldandthejackal.com.